Hello, and welcome back to this episode of the Redshift Realm series. I'm over here at Timberhill, and it is terrible weather, so let's get into the lodge really quickly before I can say what we're doing in this episode. So, today's episode is going to be a little bit of a shorter episode where we're not building too much. However, it's something that really does need to be done. So, let me go to bed, and I'll explain in the morning. It's a beautiful day over here at Timberhill, but where we're going today is not in Timberhill. We're not taking any of the beautiful hiking trails around the area. No. We're going to be going back to the Bay Area because there's a situation there. Let me explain. So, for a long time, the Bay Area has been incredibly laggy, right? And we didn't know what was causing this, but just today, we found out. So I'm going to go and show you, but on the way, yeah, it's lagging a bit here as well. On the way there, let me just say, if you're looking for more chill videos like this one, check out the rest of the Redshift Realm series. You won't be disappointed. Pretty much everything recently that have been done on the realm has been documented on the series, from this incredible base here to cliffside homes over there, and a lot of the valley homes behind as well. That's been recently done. But anyway, so I went onto a copy of the world and I started messing around with commands, trying to remove stuff, see what would affect the FPS that you might be able to see up in the top corner up there. And nothing was really working, and you can see how I stand here now. It very quickly drops to around 30 FPS, or even lower, it seems, 25, 20. Yeah, this is a bit dire. It's not a good situation. And I removed things with commands, /fill or whatever. And the thing that was causing the issues is the meeting room. Now, if you've seen our ways to not quit your Minecraft world video, this thing is really vital to our world, and we definitely just can't remove it. It's really important to have all this stuff here, and we're probably, even whatever we do, we're going to leave this room here, because this is the OG part of it. We have the access room to these shulkers through there. So, but these extensions, this is where most of the signs are, these are going to have to be moved. So, I was thinking, what better place to move them than up to the forest ridge, far enough away from here. You can see I've already got to work on it, far enough away from the base that it's not going to cause any issues, way over that way. So let's go up to the forest ridge, let's take the stairwell just to be a little bit different. So we'll go up here, we can pass Chris's bedroom, see we're gaining a little bit of height. We pass the disco room, we pass Sala de Otto. It's a very secretive room there, you guys will never be able to see that. The business room, of course, we pass here. We continue up the stairwell. What will we come to next? It's a little bit of a way up here. My bedroom, of course, private. And finally, we come out, we see the bridge going across the top, and we're on the forest ridge. So let's walk along here. You see these beacons looking very horrible. We need to find a way to remove them. Please, Mojang, can you just make it so that tinted glass on top of a beacon makes it so you can't see them? It would be very useful. Thank you very much. I doubt they're watching this video. Anyway, so along here, this path was there, but I've just improved it a lot here. We got some bees, we got a lot of decoration, these little lampposts. This was a very old dirt farm. I mean, loads of supplies, as you can see. But yeah, you can see I've hollowed. This was really ancient, where we used to get dirt because we didn't have any skyways. So this was the easiest way of getting it without sailing across an ocean. I just had to shut my window. It is baking today, and it's going to be even hotter tomorrow. Anyway, so walking along this path. So this is all new, this bit. We got some trees in here. We've got a sheep on the road. Can you get off the road, mate? So you can see we're sort of above this stone plateau area here, up in the forest, and the path loops round, and then it starts to descend, and then we've got to here. So this is where I've started work on the cottage. The idea of this is going to be a nice cottage, maybe even somewhere to stay, like a sort of house. It's going to have rooms in, but then it's going to have a secret entrance that goes into the mountain here, and it's going to be underground. There's going to be all the meeting room stuff that we need for, the meeting room. So I'm going to continue working on the cottage, and that's going to be what this episode is about. So let's get started. I'm just going to begin putting in these pillars, and I'll probably see you when a little bit more of this has been done, because it's a bit empty at the minute. Alright, so I've kind of finished the exterior. It's looking alright at the minute. it obviously needs a little bit of windows put in and stuff, and the interior needs to be built. This area needs to become a garden, but it's kind of joined on the back, and obviously I've already let you into the secret that the back of this house, it's going to be some sort of mechanism that opens up a wall here or something that then will go into the cliff right here, go really far back, and have all of our meeting room signs and stuff like that that we need for the meeting room. So I will get on with this, and again, see you soon. Alright, I finished off a little bit more around here, and I've got in a staircase, but we do need to actually get the decoration shulker boxes so that I can start decorating the interior of this property, because at the minute there's nothing really there. And this is a really good system. I don't think we've shown it before here, so I'll quickly show you guys how it works. So if I just head down, you go through here into the meeting room, and you go through here. Yeah, so you put on this sign here, so I'll say Forest Ridge, and it means that we don't lose track of where they actually are. So I can grab them like this, and when we're up at the Forest Ridge, I'll show you what's actually inside these, because these are really useful and it's a really good strategy. What we've got here is just a lot of the stuff that you'll need for decoration in any of your houses that you're making. So you just fill up 2 shulkers like this, and it means that every time you decorate a house, because it means so many different blocks, so many like flowers for flower plots, and wool and stuff like that for beds. So it needs so much different things that it just means it's way better to just have a couple shulkers that you can bring around with you every time. That shouldn't be like that. Every time you need to decorate something. I will get on with decorating this. See you in a little bit. Hello, and welcome back to the house. It has been fully decorated both downstairs and upstairs, with a lovely pond out here in the garden, a bench, and just through here, it's quite hard to get to, obviously fantastic views over the bay. You know, what more could you want? So yeah, lovely pond here. You've even got a private rock in the pond. I know, and it's very generous. So yeah, really nice house. Got a couple of bits here. Let's go inside and have a look. Little seating area, little table, dining table, ovens here. We've got a bookcase. It's a bit bare. We might need to get some more literature in and actually write the literature. We've got a bench. You know, everything's pretty nice and a pretty open plan, of course. And then so let's go upstairs to the top floor. Again, a bit more decoration around the sides here. And here we come into this room. This is the single bedroom. You know, look at this lovely out the window here. Very nice, luscious views there. We've got a little table. We've got a single blue bed. It's quite small, but it's very cozy. And then here we have the master bedroom of the house. You know, large bed here. Sunset picture here, always very nice. Bedside tables. We'll get a little bit of literature in there soon. And of course, great views down over this huge bayside property, and this other bayside property down here as well with the skyway. It's a lovely room. So that's it. That is the entire house. Or is it? What could be a little bit suspicious around here? Maybe a secret room of sorts. Well, let's have a look. If we step back here, like if we've got a painting here clearly, but you know you can't press anything through a painting. Surely there's nothing you can press here, because a painting's a solid entity. You can't press anything through it. I'm spamming right click now, nothing's happening, right? However, if we stand back far enough and align, right, we got to align with these pixels right here. Okay, and I press right click, boom, it presses a button. And I don't know why this is, but apparently if you're far back enough, if I align with these pixels here, nothing's happening. My arm ain't moving because I'm too close. You have to be far back, and then something happens. And what has happened? Well, can you notice anything a little bit strange? Well, no, you wouldn't, because I've just closed it again. Can you notice anything a little bit strange? Aha! Look at that. Very suspicious indeed. And we come down here into this, the new meeting room, the new task board. All of these will have different tasks. They're going to be separated into different areas. You know, Bay Area to the east, you know, Spawn area, whatever, you know, different areas. And that is how this is going to go. So we've got the whole thing. These buttons, they do the same thing as the button up there. They'll lock me in here if I want to. And this could go on and on. It's a really large hall, to be fair. It's been dug out. Got these lovely lighting up at the top here. It's looking really nice. So I'm currently deliberating over the classic oak wood here or the new pale oak wood on this side. I'm probably going to go with the pale oak because this one slightly clashes with the spruce being right next to it because it's a different shade. But yeah, you can see here that with the spruce signs, they are just a little bit harder to read. Like if I write something here, see how easy it is to read compared to that? This is practically invisible in comparison. And the oak signs are okay. The oak signs are fine. These are the best, obviously, but I think this is just a step too far into the invisibility realm. And these are really nice for it. I feel like they do quite match the bright light emanating from these frog lights up here. So yeah, that's what for now. Now I need to put in all these signs, which is quite a pain. Okay, so there's been a bit of bad news. So as I was mining out of this area, because while I got the haste beacon here, as you can see in the top corner over there, while I got this effect, I figured, I may as well extend the room a bit, so in the future I can extend these hallways rather than having to bring a beacon back, and I'll do the same with the other side. But I wasn't paying attention, and I'd already got out this pickaxe because the other one was showing no line, but I was an idiot, and I left my old pickaxe in the second slot, which meant that this one was, which meant that I pressed this button on my mouse, which takes you back to the second slot, which I used for my pickaxe. So I started using that one without realising, and yeah, you see the instant replay of what happened. So yeah, no, that was a bit bad, but I'm gonna have to go out and get another pickaxe now. But luckily, it's raining, so we should be able to get this really quickly. So yeah, let's quickly grab one. I'm gonna just put this stuff back in these shulkers, all this mining things I've mined out, not that. All right, let's do it. Let's see if we can speedrun getting a pickaxe. So I'll get a timer on screen, and let's go. Oh. So the very first step is going to be to head over to the villagers. Oh, it is a little bit laggy out here for some reason. Right, so what we need is some emeralds. And we're going to need to get a pickaxe. What's the pickaxe guy? Ah, here he is. Okay, 2 emeralds. That is a utter scam, mate. Ridiculous pricing. Alright, hand it over. We'll just get a few. So now we've got a pickaxe. That's good news. Let's just put these emeralds back. That's the first step of the puzzle. But there's more that we need. Shouldn't have put those emeralds back. Get some more here. We need books for it. So what we're going to need, mending book. Oh, we actually do need the books. Probably going to need 4. Mending book. Where is it? Here it is. Mending, one of those, please. I'm going to want efficiency 5. That would be optimal, sir. We would want silk touch. We would want... What else is there? Unbreaking 3. That's the next one. There we go. Are we perfectly out? No, we got emeralds there. Anyway, so that's that then. We've got all our enchants. So, in fact, I could probably just enchant it here, to be fair. So, what I'll do is I'll do the efficiency 5 and silk touch, and I'll put the unbreaking and the mending together, and then I'll do that, and then that, and then we'll call it Gardu Nord. 2. There you go. And there's one thing that's missing, you might notice, which is, of course, the netherite. But that is back in my bedroom, so let's go and quickly grab that one. Just need to land on the diving board here. There we go. Oh, it is very laggy here. That's the whole point of this episode, is to remove this lag. So we'll grab one netherite out of there. Oh, we're going to need one of those bloody... these things. We got 4, that's fine. Grab it here. Boom, boom, boom. Garden ore 2. Nice and created. Just put that in there for now, because I want to keep it safe. I don't want to destroy... In fact, you know what? Let's use it. It's on perfect durability. Let's not leave it lying around in the ender chest. So let's head all the way back here. Ooh. Oh man, it's because it's not raining in this one zone because of Jupiter right above me. So that's a little bit of an issue there. But anyway, so I'm going to get back to the mining, and I'll see you guys in a bit. Okie dokie, we've now done this side that I showed you before, and also this side. So this should be good to extend some of the hallways. It's looking pretty nice. I'm not going to extend them at the moment, so I'll probably do something like... I don't have any on me, but look, this is the materials we've got from all this digging out. So there's a fair bit, got some emeralds and stuff. But what I'll do is something like this, where I'll get the stone from what we've dug out, and we'll make like a barrier just on the end here, just like a temporary wall, so it actually looks all right. So I'll quickly fill this in. Okay, so you can see there when I've done the wall, they all have like, you can't like just see the massive room, so I'll do the same on this side. Okay, that's that side filled in as well now. Probably at this end we'll just also fill this in. Alright, there we go, that's filled in as well. So now everything is looking at least fairly finished, but with a lot of room to, of course, extend these hallways off in every direction, because we're going to need more space for the signs. I've already done it with this one. So I'm going to stop recording this now, but when I come back I'll add in all the rest of these signs. So, adios. Okay, I've gone on a bit of a side quest. I've created an entire set of cliffs. All of these cliffs are fake. They do not exist. Let me show you. Right, if I go up to the top here and I mine into the wall, look at that. This is where the old cliffs were. I've decided, nah, I want to make my own cliffs. And I think they look pretty realistic, if I do say so myself. Also covered in the whole top. And you might be wondering, why? Why in the world would you do such a thing? And to that I say, can you stop eating the grass? I've just planted it. Look at this guy's taking an absolute dive. Anyway, let's go and have a look at the top. So if I headed back up there, the reason is that this was basically unusable ground. Like underneath here, you can see it's like this weird like stone plateau area. It's pretty dark without the conduit effect, but it's not great, and it wasn't really good for any sort of build. I mean, we're not really planning on building anything up here, but it just looked a bit horrible. It's a bit like that. I want to change all that at some point. This is a large open expanse of rock. I mean, maybe I'll leave that one. I don't really know. But this one especially, like, I'm just going to plant a bunch of trees here. So it kind of extends the forest and makes it look slightly less obnoxiously bad outside this house. It really does change the feel of this house. This used to be on the edge of the cliff pretty much, and now it's not. Alright, so I'm going to add these trees, and I'll see you in a sec. Okay, I've used up all my saplings now. There is loads of trees, but the forest floor here looks really bare. But luckily, I've brought supplies. I've got loads of flowers, I've got bone meal, and I've got leaves. So I'm going to get to fixing this up, but at least there's trees. Right, well there you go, side quest is officially over. Let's have a look at what it looks like from down in the bay. Yeah, that looks good. So it just sort of looks more like a forest now, that whole part. Yeah, I think that looks nice. We'll go Go upwards, see what it looks like from up there. Okay, from up here, if you ignore these beacons, which are really annoying, it just looks like a wider version of the forest. There's a few gaps. You can see the house down there. It looks pretty dense. And honestly, I think I'm going to end this video here. All I have to do left in that room underneath that house behind there is just add in all the signs, and that's really boring. Like, you don't need to see that, all the signs going in. You've seen what it looks like, you've seen the progress. I hope you enjoyed this episode, especially the little side quest at the end. But anyway, yeah, I need to get on and do all these signs, and yeah, adios guys, hope you enjoyed, and see you in the next episode.